Welcome back to the arena, and we're playing Sultai Control. Recently, I have taken control of the control decks, and I have certain obsession with the control types these days. Especially, it was starting with the Jeskai control, and then we went into Sultai and Grixis and whatnot. Now we have Sultai control. So it sort of plays out like Demir, except we have the benefit of the certain removals from the green colors, and we also have the draw ability from the Hydroid Krasis. We also have sort of a Tamio Tails control collector of Tails that allows us to bring back some of our old cards that we may want to use, and so here we are. First off, we have Negate. Negate 2. And just like in our previous Grixis control deck, we want to have a little bit of everything into this deck. As much as possible, I do want to try and make this explanation a little bit shorter. I've noticed that I've been very lengthy with my guides of these decks, and I feel like I'm just babbling on and nobody really watches it. But I will try to make it as short and straight to the point as possible. So negate is there so that we can counter spells, certain spells that we maybe planeswalkers and other removal cards. Then we have search for Ascanta to help us sort of filter out the cards that we want and we don't want. Then there's Cast Down. Cast Down is a general removal card that can destroy legendary creatures. It's very low costing and very efficient to use. We want two of those just to balance things out. And then Thought Erasure, because once again, if there is a deck that you can put in Thought Erasure and it has those colors of blue and black, always include Thought Erasure. Then we have Assassin's Trophy. We want three of these because it is a very cheap card to play, and at the same time, it is a very cheap removal, I must say. And at the same time, it allows you to sort of remove anything on the board: enchantments, artifacts. I think even non-basic lands. You can even yeah, I think you can destroy even, yeah. It says destroy target permanent and opponent controls. So that means anything, even a basic land, you can destroy it. So if you notice your enemy is, or your opponent is sort of a mana screwed, is a little bit low on mana, you can destroy it and further gain the advantage with Assassin's Trophy. Therefore, although it is more important to say that you do want to save the Assassin's Trophy for much bigger cards, but if you have Tamio in there, you can always bring back your Assassin's Trophy from the grave and you in combo with Tamio. Hydrate Crassus is there because it is a huge. You can ramp it up. You can use it as a draw for one or two or maybe five cards, and you can also ramp it up to become a very huge threat on the board as a creature. Cry of Carnarium is there only because of the demand for the current meta, alongside Ritual of Suit, because there are a lot of decks out there that are using 3 costs or less, or creatures that have less than 2 toughness, and these cards are the best sort of a board wipe cards for that are available to you in the black colors. Narset is there to sort of help us fuel our hand and continue drawing into more spells, and at the same time, it prevents your enemy from drawing cards as well, or is limited to just one card per turn. Mu Yanling is there as a sort of trump card, but at the same time, if we do get to cast her ultimate, which is the emblem, which allows islands you control to have draw card, then it'll further allow us to fuel our deck with just more removals and more control ability of the board. Drawn from Dreams is a very amazing, is one of the best for to cast draw cards, because you get to, not only do you get to choose, not only do you get 2 cards, but you also get to choose which of those 2 cards, and you get to look at the top 7 cards of your library. I do believe that this bypasses any Narsets that your opponent controls. So you're allowed to draw however you want with this card. God Eternal Kefnet is there so that you can gain, so that you can put it on the board. It's a creature, it's hard to deal with, and then you can, if you draw into an instant or sorcery, you can copy it and play it for 2 less mana. Then you have Tomio, of course, so that we can sort of search for cards. We can also bring back cards from the graveyard. Cavalier of Gales is another draw card. That is another draw card that allows you to sort of scry when the Cavalier of Gales dies, and it is also a very difficult creature to deal with. In that it's when it dies, it goes back into your hand. It goes back into your not hand, but rather your library, and then it allows you to scry for 2 more, just in case you're getting mana screwed or there's some cards that you don't need that are at the top of your deck. And at the same time, it is also a 5/5 creature that is very hard to deal, but it also comes at a very costly 5 to cast, um, with 3 blue mana. Then there's Liliana as our sort of win con. It also allows us to gain a little bit more control over the board with her -4 loyalty, and it also allows us to draw into cards with her +1, because with her +1 and her how shall I say, passive ability, which allows you, any creature that dies on the board will force you to draw a card. And yeah, so I guess, oh, hold on, we've got the sideboard. So sideboard, let's discuss. We have 2 duresses, as is usual against decks that have a lot of spells. We have 2 negates, just to further implement our controlliness if we need it. If we've noticed that our opponent has a lot of planeswalkers or maybe removal spells, Legion's End is there so that we can so that we can exile any 2 cost or less cards that our opponent may have on the board or in their hand. Is a very useful card against decks like vampires. Noxious Grasp is another removal substitute that we can substitute for cast down if we need that additional +1 life. And if we're up against green cards like elementals with the Timur elementals, or maybe Sultai elementals. Assassin's Trophy, if we need an additional one, sometimes we do. Ashiok Dream of Render is supposedly aimed towards the Scape Shift decks, where it sort of slows down our opponent from putting down cards onto the board, and then ultimately rather slows down the generation of the zombies on the board, and at the same time, it also mills our opponent's deck, so that just to add that little meme-ish effect and annoy our opponent. We have Unmoored Ego added in there as well if we're up against Scape Shift, so it is safe to say that Ashiok and Unmoored Ego go hand in hand, because with Unmoored Ego we can name any card, and normally if we're up against something like Scape Shift, we want to name the Field of the Dead, or sometimes if we're up against control decks like Esper, we can name Teferi maybe and just exile all those cards. It's a very useful card if we find it suitable to the situation. Another Ritual Suit if we find ourselves up against a Scape Shift or any of those go wide board token creatures deck archetypes. If we need it, but we already have 4 board wipes in there. But unfortunately, this deck does not have any of those bigger board wipe cards like Kaya's Wrath or Cleansing Nova or Time Lapse. But we are supposedly supposed to be a little bit more control-y, a little bit more on the downside. And if we have God Eternal Kefnet, maybe we can combo it with Tamio, once because what God Eternal Kefnet's ability does is you may reveal the first card you draw each turn as you draw it. So sometimes we might be able to get Ritual Suit in there and combo it with God Eternal Captain, allowing us to cast Ritual Suit twice, or maybe Cry of Carnarium twice, and that all really depends on the situation. God Eternal, the God Enter the God Eternals is there so that we can gain a little bit more health and additionally mill out uh, some of the top cards on the top of our opponent's deck, and at the same time provides us with a zombie token with 4 counters on it. So I guess I may have still rambled on a little bit longer than I intended, but let's go on to gameplay. All right. Yeah, we'll keep. I think that's pretty good. So put down the reading pool. We have catacombs. We can thought erasure. Notion Rain and Vraska's Contempt. Probably get that out of the way. Drawn from Dreams is a very useful card that I'm not really. Well, we already have one, so I think it's okay. Yeah, it's probably okay. We already have one. I kind of wish we didn't have to, but we don't really have the mana for it. No mana. Getting mana screwed. Control deck. Mana screwed in a control deck. That does not bode good. Not for us, not for anyone. So we've got Narset on board. It doesn't look like we're exactly getting mana screwed, but
just the trick for this.
Oh, that would have been good. That would have been a good draw. But at least, so we put down the 2, the 3 rather. 3 land onto the bottom, but I could have wanted, I could have preferred to have, yeah, I figured. Right, so I guess we can put this down, forgo all control the nest. There's an, well, better for him to use it now than later.
Keep an open mind.
We've got Thought Erasure when it really matters. Better for him to get rid of those negates now than till later when we actually need to play cards. We don't exactly have like a fairy to prevent him from. Is this a 3? Okay, as long as you've surveilled this turn. So that, I guess that says something about what he has in there. We can Assassin's Trophy. I don't really feel so good about Thought Erasure, so maybe we can just Assassin. And I'm not too keen on using Ritual Suit. Plus, Assassin's Trophy leaves us with a negate, so that'll be good. I don't want to Thought Erasure right now. Maybe later, when I feel like he's... It looks like he's playing a control-ish, a Dimir control-like deck himself. Not exactly super control, but he does have a good number of... Here's... Okay. Maybe we should have Thought Erasure then. Yikes. Alright, there's another useless negate. Thought Erasure might be a good idea now. Does he have... oh boy! Disinformation campaign. It's a good thing we did that. How about Watery Grave? Put that down there. We can draw into it. Except that these are creatures though. Maybe I should have took out one of the creatures, negated the disinformation campaign. I am so not used to using this deck. Okay, so no pay since we are sort of We could have put down Tamiyo actually, and then even if he did put down this information campaign, he would have gotten the he wouldn't have gotten the draw, and he wouldn't have gotten the. Come on, Potch, you're not thinking straight. This coffee isn't kicking in. Drawn from Dreams, maybe? Or we can put down Tamiyo and then he'll just attack. But is there anything in here that we really want to bring back? Like now in the next... Maybe the Assassin's Trophy, but it's not an exile card. Knowing that his God Eternal Captain can just come back anytime. So maybe we just draw from Dreams and... Let's see. But there's a Liliana. And there's a Hydroid Crassus. Liliana that we won't be able to put down. I guess we want this island. Yep. Remember Spybug. So he's just going face. He's completely ignoring my Narset. Right. I guess there isn't. I can't do much about that. Well, we have Tamiyo, and if we bring back the
Like the phases of the moon, life waxes,
Assassin's Trophy,
no tail should be
and destroy his Eternal Captain. Took me a while to really decide if I really want to do that. It's like he's got a lot of basic lands, so he's gonna put it back, obviously. He might go after my... Yeah, he's gonna go after my Narset. He wants to draw some cards, maybe. Oh, Thought Erasure. What? Thought Erasure, oops. You can't make me discard a card. You can view me, you can view the cards that I have, but you can't make me discard a card. Oops. Okay, some people forget that Tamiyo does that. Oops. So yeah, he can surveil twice. And because he feels like a complete idiot, he's gonna put down a creature? No, okay. Guess not then. So what do we want to do? We can cast down on this Dimir Spybug. It's not legendary. Just prevent it from dealing. Okay. He couldn't stand the humiliation. So we do know that he has a bunch of stuff. Like he has a few things in there. Cry for Carnarium, maybe not so useful. Ritual Suit, definitely. He's got the whole I can ramp thing going on. He's playing Dimir. It means he's playing black and white. Black and blue. We can put Duress in here. If do we really want that though? Duress, okay, I guess Duress would be pretty decent. Search Rascanda, Assassin's Trophy has proven its worth to us. Drawn from Dreams, Kefnet, Ritual Suit. Yeah, he does have a few of those three cards. Liliana, wow, this is a pretty well balanced deck. I honestly don't know what I want. Unmoored Ego, he hasn't showed us any Planeswalkers. Enter the God Eternals is way too big to be played. I don't really feel the value coming off of it. Yeah, so he does have a few. So maybe Duress will be a good call. If not Negate, Duress. There weren't really times when I could use Negate because I was so busy sort of setting up the board. Okay. Not a hand that I'm very happy with, but okay. I'm not very happy with this hand, but sure. So he's got duress. I'm pretty sure he's gonna take out something. Maybe a Tamio. Got the duress ahead of me. Did he? No, he didn't. He still has 5. Take out my Narset. I'm gonna put down that Temple of Malady. Maladi. We don't need that. It's too early for that. Probably has Thought Erasure. Nope. Here's Spike Bug. Okay. We probably do want to put down this Watery Grave. Now he has Thought Erasure, so that he can pump the Dimir Spy Bug. Yep, there's Thought Erasure. It's gonna take out my Narset. I don't get why he keeps underestimating the Tamio. Well, maybe he will eventually get rid of my Tamio. When I reach turn 4. Alright, so we're not really in a rush, but we can Thought Erasure. It doesn't have the counter spells, so oh look, negate, discovery, enhancement. Get rid of that negate. He's probably thinking, oh well, I can negate him anytime I want. But there goes your negate. You can do 2 damage. And he's going to enhance. You may look an additional 2 cards at a time when you surveil. So shuffle your graveyard into your library. Ooh, that's interesting. Enhanced surveillance. A Dimir Surveil deck. Seems pretty interesting to me. Alright, so he's surveilled a whole bunch. He's removed a whole bunch of cards there. Negate, Metaphytic, all creatures get 1/1. Okay. Does he have... I wonder if he has... No, he can't count this one.
Let us see if
So
your
we're gonna
talents are
plus
worth
it.
cataloging.
Maybe we want to look for... What do we want to look for?
Seek and find.
Huh. That's weird. Actually, I don't know what to look for. Maybe a Hydroid Crassus is a safe bet. Oh, yeah. I think a Hydroid Crassus would be a safer bet here. Hydroid. Boink, boink. There goes the duress. There goes a whole bunch of land. Put down this round. Catacombs. Wow. Ooh. The Eternal God. That's what he was holding up? Alright.
You're making it difficult to
So I
work.
guess duress wouldn't have been much of a useful play there. We can put this down, then have the Hydroid Crassus pump out for 3. Hey, it's something. And there's our Liliana. Do we want anything from the grave? Not really. Yep, not really. Well, there's another set, but yeah. Is it... Do we want to save the Tamio? Well, if we plus 4... yeah, I guess we could. Or maybe not. I don't think we want to save or keep our Tamio safe. We can Narset, prevent him from being able to draw more cards. But then destroying the Tamio also enables... It just allows us to...
I follow the
also
tracks of
destroys
the
our
wise.
ability to be able to prevent all the discardings that he has. We will have 6. Is that a surveil? Do you think that's a surveil that he has in there? Well, if he doesn't, then he doesn't. But if he does, he does. Oh, it has menace? Alright, well, we'll protect... we'll have to sacrifice. Just prevent a little bit of damage. We have... okay, we can put this down. We have the double black. We have the 6. I just hope that he doesn't have, like, counter spell.
I require
Sacrifice 2 creatures.
Your corpse will volunteer. Battle to the grave.
He might have Vraska's Contempt to destroy my Liliana, which is going to be problematic. No? Okay. Alright, so we might as well get the value off of this first. What? Alright, so I guess he didn't have a counter play for Liliana. And we win that one. Waiting on your opponent. Could really use some water here, but okay. Let's see. Temple of Malady. We got the 2 Eternal God Kefnits. God Eternal Kefnits, and only 2 land. Well, I really do like the idea of being able to play something by turn 2. Yeah, okay. And we can put back the Liliana, I guess. Ooh, okay. Looks like we've got a thingy, a thingamabob. Thought Erasure. Okay, well, it looks like we're gonna have to pay for that watery grave after all. I hope he does like a Thought Erasure thing. No, it's a Merfolk. Okay, so he's going for the Explore package, and there's the. Oh wow, he's binned the Commanded Dreadhorde. That early? Okay. Thought Erasure. Let's see what you have. Risen Reef and Cast Down. We'll take out your Risen Reef. Overgrown Tomb. We are a little bit short on land, so we want to keep that in there. We haven't been able to shuffle our deck yet with the Narset, so that's what it does, right? Oh, then put the rest in the oh, okay, no, it doesn't shuffle your deck. I was expecting it to shuffle, but no. Wow, did he bin something else? No, okay, I thought he binned something else. So I'm thinking. I'm thinking he wants to draw into something, so we're gonna put down Narset just as a posse, just for something for him to hit, and something that he has to deal with, because unless he, you know, he's not gonna be able to draw any cards. Although of course, if he has a Risen Reef, it's not really gonna do much. He's still gonna draw into it. But if he does have like a form of draw ability. He might just go face. Okay, so he's going straight for an Narset. Looks like he does want to deal with it.
Fury will only lead you astray.
It doesn't affect him though. If he decides to put down a Risen Reef, it doesn't really affect him. Alright, so do I want to pay for this and put down the Hydroid Crassus for 2? Probably. And then we can gain the value of a single draw card. Don't tell me you have counter spell. No, he can't cast if it's Sinister whatever. He doesn't have it. He can't put it down. Right. So we're gonna just leave that Narset there on the board. Oh boy. Route strength of the thing may be affected. Did he just... Oh, okay, so he just decided to do that. Alright, well, let's see. If he wants to attack me, then he has to destroy that Narset, which means that... Yeah, okay. I just want to delay a bit. I don't really want the shuffle. I want to delay him from dealing damage to me. I don't really want to shuffle. He can grab it. So at least now he didn't get the benefit of being able to deal damage and draw a card. Right. I think now we have to deal with that cry. We have to deal with that merfolk. Goodbye. Counterspell? Oh boy. He has it. Oh, negate. Well, that's better. That's better. So now we can put down search for Ascanta. He'll be able to do 3 damage, sure, but we, at least for now, we're able to put down the Ascanta. We still have Drawn from Dreams. He's really looking at my deck here. He's kind of wondering what else has he got in there. Wild Growth Blocker. Okay. Now he doesn't have the blue. Oh, this is perfect. Now he doesn't have the blue. So we can Ritual Suit. He doesn't have the counterspell. We can Ritual Suit and okay, Overgrown Tomb. Not really. I'm not too happy about that. Okay. Breeding Pool. Put that down for a thing. Then we can board wipe his ass. He probably, I'm still wondering if he has he probably has another Commander Dreadhorde. That's why he was so, you know, eager to take out that Commander Dreadhorde. Probably has one already. All he needs is one more land. Yep, he's counting. He's looking. He's looking. Yeah, he's thinking of bringing out the Narset, the Hydroid Crassus, and well, if he puts down Hydroid Crassus, that kind of okay. Now I'm pretty sure. I'm very confident that he has Commander Dreadhorde. No, huh? Interesting. Well, he has Vraska's Contempt. He doesn't have Commander Dreadhorde, but Hydroid Crassus will allow him to do that. So we'll, I think we'll push out Drawn from Dreams. We'll grab a. He does have. He does have like. Okay, I think we want Cavalier of Gales and this Narset, right? This is a 5 to cast, and yeah, I'm really sorry. Thought erasure. Goodbye. You were good. You were good to us, but we have to put you underneath. He does have that Vraska, which is a little concerning. Vraska's Contempt is quite concerning because it can take out a creature or planeswalker and it exiles. So not exactly. It's not exactly gonna proc the Cavalier of Gales. Maybe I should have took the Kefnet. Breeding Pool, no. Alright. That turn. Ah! This is perfect, really. We can put down the Cavalier of Gales. Go for a draw. Oh, he's so happy. He's like, yes! I get to use this Vraska's Contempt. He's so happy. I do want that Carnarium. We can probably put back this Hinterland Harbor. We can actually put back the 2 land. Right. That means we're gonna get 2 lands. I wonder if he's thinking if we have a negate. Were we able to use negate earlier? No, we weren't. This is the first time we're getting. He really wants to do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. He really wants to use that Vraska. He's like, yes, yes, bitch. No. Goodbye. The best that he can do is probably Moment of Craving. Does he have another thing to deal with it? Alright, so got Drowned Catacomb. We can put down the Narset. We have enough, I think we do. Put down that Narset. We can shuffle it around.
If you wish to surrender now,
I don't want that land, so we can shuffle it around.
meditate.
Oh look,
Prepare.
cast down, and the Hydroid Crassus goes underneath. Okay. We do have Cry of Carnarium, but that's kind of, you know. But I don't think he's gonna attack anytime soon. He doesn't want to get rid of his Merfolk Branch Walker. He doesn't want to get rid of. Definitely doesn't want that Risen Reef to go away. But I don't think, yeah, because he has Wild Growth Walker, which is an elemental, and I think that's the only reason why he has Risen Reef in there. For that very reason of the Explorer package. So yeah, he's not gonna attack. We're gonna search for a Sconta here. Alright, there's a Muyanling and a Tamio. I feel like I want to put Tamio down just in case he has any, but I'm pretty 100% sure that he's got it. Okay, so he's decided to scoop. So he's going for, he has the sort of Explorer package. I'm pretty happy with the amount of removals that we have. Carnarium, maybe not Moo. We can get rid of Moo. Get rid of a Assassin's Trophy. That's a single target, since we most likely want more board wipes. Like maybe a Ritual Suit. I kind of do want to have more negate. He is threatening with a with a Command the Dreadhorde. Noxious Grasp is for single targets though, but I'm thinking, well, Legions End may have its merits, except we can Cast Down's pretty good. Except I kind of want Legion's End more. We can leave. We do have 2 Assassin's Trophies. So yeah, I don't think Cast Down was very helpful to us in that turn. I would like to have 2 Duresses. Actually, I'd like to have 2 more negates for 4 negates, but because knowing that he has counter spells. Except negate is just kind of too it doesn't feel, it's too demurish if I use, or it's too Esper like if I use negates. I really want to feel the whole Sultai kind of counters control-ish depth here. That's the thing. Maybe he wasn't able to sideboard and okay. Victory. Free win. I'll take it. Alright. This again. Well, this looks familiar. We were playing this earlier. We were playing the same, except at least now we have something to put down. I guess we can keep. This is pretty respectable. Respectable hand. Oh, we're up against Mono Red. Now we'll see how well this deck works against Mono Red. Or oh, okay. If the sleeve wasn't enough to give it away, we now have we're up against Gruul. So let's see. There's Ilarg, Goreclaw. I'm more terrified of Ilarg because it is a legendary. Everything else seems to be pretty fine with me. So yeah, I think I want to get rid of Ilarg before, because long-term wise, Ilarg is going to be really hard to deal with. If he gets to put Ilarg down on the board, it's pretty much a hardcore Amy for us. Alright, so we do have Cast Down. Let's see how we do against Gruul. That's right, I forget, and that's that's legendary. So he has to put down a land. Okay, so he has Llanowar Elves. He's gonna do 3 damage to us. It is gonna pump up the. Is it gonna pump up the Llanowar Elf? I forget how it works. Until end of turn. Okay, there's 5. Alright, so it's not really much of a problem for us. He gets 5. Do we hold on, do we pay? Our Kefnet is 4/5. I'm more concerned about being able to, so no. I guess we do want to put down the, we want to get rid of that Gorpa immediately. He does have that impervious Great Worm, which is pretty scary. Yep, so he has 5. This Ravager Worm is for 6. I wonder what else. Okay, now he has 6. Right, he has 6. Houston, he's got 6. We don't have enough for the Cavalier of Gales, but we can put down this God Eternal Kefnet. Sort of just block and delay just a little bit. But I think he has, okay, there's the Incubation Druid. He can convoke, I think he has enough to convoke now. Does he? Alright, we'll block and, does this have trample? No trample. It did have Riot, no trample. So we're gonna let that through, we're gonna let it go. Okay, there goes the Incubation Druid. We're gonna decline, let it go to the bin. Oh, Tamio. Hello, Tamio. But we don't need Tamio right now. That's a lot of damage on the board. What do we want? So we can sort of, I think we can drag it out just a little bit longer. Put down that Kefnet. But he does have enough to put down that Impervious. He has 7. It's 8, 9, 10. He has 10. Yep, I'm gonna put it down, and there's that humongous 6. Indestructible too. Huh. So how do we deal with that? If it's indestructible, let's say destroy. Don't destroy a permanent with indestructible. If it's a creature, it can't be destroyed by damage. Right. I don't think we have anything in our sideboard to deal with that impervious thing, so we're gonna let that go too. There's our Narset. Nope. Kind of mana screwed there. Did not help us at all. So any card that has destroy, not. I think we destroy target. That pair shuffles their library, then draws a card for each exiled card. How about Ashiok? Ritual Suit isn't going to, especially Cry of Carnarium, is not going to be, he's playing the Stompies. So these aren't going to be much of a help. We do want Noxious Grasp. Legion's End is not probably gonna be that helpful. We need Assassins, whatchamacallit. We maybe want Unmoored Ego. Cast down Noxious Grasp. I doubt Wu Yanling's gonna be any help here. Enter the God Eternals. Counterspells aren't gonna help us either. Ashok, though, might prove to be a little piss off. Unmoored Ego, sure. I don't think we're gonna need Negate here. He's playing a lot of creatures, so Unmoored Ego, maybe Ashiok. Enter the God Eternals is way too expensive to sort of utilize that damage and then heal, and I don't think, well, 4 damage is a lot, but his I think his main board is going to be comprised of a lot of 5, 6 even damage stuff. Alright, kind of don't like this, but sure. Thought Erasure. We have Noxious Grasp on the next turn. I hope we draw into a blue. Nope, that's going to be a black. Alright, so we're gonna have to play it cool here. Yes, keep the lands coming. Keep it coming. Keep those lands coming. We're gonna need them. Noxious Grasp. Okay. The Incubation Druid isn't a threat just yet. Until he puts down another Incubation Druid. Okay, he's got a lot of those. I kind of wish we had the board wipes now. Unmoored Ego, I forget what this does. Graveyard, hand, and library, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, there's Temple of Mystery. Drawn from Dreams might prove useful. I'm still waiting for him to do like a thing. These are all instant speed, so I honestly don't know. I'm waiting for those big cards. Oh wow. You can't cast non-creature spells whenever you tap. So that's a very good indication that he has no intention of casting any creature spells. But we do want to do this on our turn. We do want to Noxious Grasp. Because that's going to be a huge problem. Right. Now is a good time to Thought Erasure. Wow. God Eternal Ronus. Oh, sure. Okay. Probably has more of those. But we are prepared with our Assassin's Trophy. So he's going to put down Gore Claw. Once again. And another Incubation Druid. The sad thing about this is gets a land for that. As you've seen, he has a few reds and greens in there. We have 4. We can put down the... We have 5. We can put down the cav... Wait, hold on. Give me a sec here. Okay. We have 4. We can put down the God Eternal Captain. Now I kind of wish that we did have a thing. So no, he's not gonna attack. This is a 5/5. I really hope we can draw into a land, a blue one too. Cloud Erasure, reveal. No, thank you. Drawn from Dreams, sure. We need a blue. We need a Narset. Do you think he has like any draw ability in there? He probably has a Hydroid Crassus. So I think we do want the Narset down there. Alright. Got this. Pass. We have 6. We can put down Narset and no. Whoa! There's a Trampling Brontodon that wants to go all up into our face. Oh my god. For 14 damage. Do we block or not? I think we can let it through. It's only 14 damage. We'll let it through. Oh shit. Ugh, that's 7. Alright. No. I think we do need, at this point, we put down the Cavalier of Gales, draw into it. Go for 2 cards. Unmoored Ego. Okay, we can put. I want to put back the Overgrown Tomb, the Thought Erasure. Probably prioritize the Overgrown Tomb, and just go on to defense here. This is scary. Whenever Rampage. Ilarg. Okay. God. $14 damage. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. I have to block. There's nothing I can do. I have to block. 3 damage. kill me. Wow. So we get stumped by Klein. Noxious Grasp. That's green or white. Breeding Pool can go under. I think. So if Noxious Grasp will heal us. And get rid of that Rampaging Brontodon. This has Trample. But we're still pretty much screwed. Even if we do put the Assassin's Trophy down, we can put down the Cavalier of Gales and sort of, but we're still screwed here. Yep. We did not do so well against Gruul Stompy. Okay. Alright, fine. Let's do it again. Let's go in there. I feel like I didn't expect that. But now, well, we're wiser for it. We are wiser for it. Yep, I think this is pretty decent. Gotta put down the black cards though, so that we can sort of ramp into that Cry of Carnarium. We can cast down maybe for one. Still depends on what we're up against. Right. Okay. Now we know what we're up against. So we can Scorch Spitter, sort of delay the damage bit. Knowing that he's not going to have anything too big. Is he going to pass? Or is he going to put out that Cavalcade? Nope, he's going to shock me. And light up the stage. So there's the Leyline of Combustion. I think I need the... Okay, so here's... If we want Mu, Yanling down on the board. Okay, we can put down... We already have enough for a Cry for Carnarium, but it is a sorcery. There's not much that we can really do about that. He has to put creatures down first. There's a Chandra. What is he planning to do with that Chandra?
Don't start any fires without me.
Bring back a shock?
They're so
No,
cute.
he plans to just do 2 damage to my move.
I'd respond better to kindness.
But for how long does he plan on keep doing that though? For how long do you plan on doing that kind of bullshit, mister? He just gave up he just gave up the Leyline of Combustion. That was something valuable. He could have used that. Thought Erasure. Inescapable Blaze can be countered and deals 2 damage to any target. He does have the 3. Inescapable Blaze deals 6 damage to any target, but that is something that he will have to play at a later date. So we'll get rid of that direct current. I think he's gonna try and destroy my Mu, and he's going to use the shock. Okay, interesting.
I must
We have
more
Surface
secrets.
Conta there. Not a problem. So we have 5, we have 6. And how many do we have in the bin? We kind of just want to be able to... Oh, ouch.
These little guys
It's
are
gonna come
great.
right after me. 2 damage. So Cry of Carnarium isn't too useful. Okay, I guess this is okay too. Won't complain for a Narset. And there's a Narset. There is hope. The Tamio looks like a good card. Can bring back the Mu if we have to. Ah, Chandra. The Spitfire.
Don't worry. I brought
So there isn't really, we don't have much of a... Unless you can draw into that ritual suit,
Interesting
I don't
technique.
think we can do much. Oh, look, ritual suit. How fortunate. So he has the 4. I guess he's just gonna keep pumping that Chandra until we can deal with it. Which we really can't. We really can't do much. We can put down the Tamiyo.
You are a mighty warrior. I concede.
I think somewhere within his deck he was supposed to have like a cavalcade. He just hasn't drawn into it yet. Nope, that goes into graveyard. We'll let that. Okay, there's a water grave. Have that tap. Put down the Tamiyo. I think we want to bring back something from the dead. Maybe a Moo. Or do we want to draw into it? Maybe a Moo. Maybe we want Hydroid Crassus. Always nice to have to draw into a Hydroid. Oh, we got one already. That quick. There's the trophy. We could have used that. How many of those do we have? 3. We have 3. He has 5. Looks like he's got enough to... 7. Obviously he wants to go for my Tamiyo.
I guess you do not want to talk.
Watery Grave. You know what the hell? That's one more land for us, right? Pay for it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9. Which means we get to draw. We go for 7. Pam, 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 pam. And there's a drawn from Dreams. Do we? What else do we want? If we go for an Narset, I don't exactly know what I want to grab from the pile here. We have enough land though. Probably Cavalier of Gales. We could go for a Cavalier of Gales.
I know I noted this somewhere.
See if we can get lucky. Nope, nope, there is a negate. There goes the negate. So he's one land away from being able to play that Inescapable Blaze.
Go get him, buddies.
He wants to destroy my Hydroid Crassus. That Inescapable Blaze is going to...
Your aggression is noted.
Consider this bridge burned.
To the library.
anything. Hey, these little guys are great!